Hi there. I really miss seeing you in person. I know things are a little different now than they usually are. School's been postponed. Perhaps your parents are working out of the house. And you may be staying closer to home and not going to some of the places that you're used to going or like to go to. And your friends, you're probably not seeing them. I'm not seeing my friends either, and that makes me sad. Well, even if I can't see you in person, I can still read books to you and talk to you. So that's what we're doing today. And I have a very special book that Reverend Gail read last Sunday during the children's message, during the Sunday service. And if you weren't there, I'm going to read it again for you. It's called We Are All in the Same Boat. And it's written by Zachary Shapiro, and Jack E. Davis made these hysterical drawings. So if you look at this cover, can you tell what this book is about? What do you see here? Did you guess Noah's Ark? If you did, you'd be right. Here we see the ark, right? And here are all the animals. And there is Noah in a yellow rain slicker. So let's jump right in. It rained and rained. It rained so much that Noah had to build an ark to protect all of the animals. You see him right there? At first, the animals were excited about their trip. A few days at sea sounds so thrilling, they said to one another. They look like they're having fun. But the days turned into weeks, and the weeks turned into months, and the animals were getting restless. The ants were antsy, and the bees were bored. The camels were complaining, and the dogs were demanding. The elephants were enraged. Look at Noah. The foxes were frantic, the giraffes were grumpy. The hyenas were hysterical. The iguanas were impatient. The jaguars were jittery. The kangaroos were kicking, and the llamas were livid. The moose were mouthing off. The nightingales were nagging. The orangutans were obnoxious. And the penguins were pacing, and the quails were quick-tempered. The rabbits were rowdy. The snakes were squished. The toads were tense. The umbrella birds were unbalanced. The voles were vexed. The worms were worried. The oxen were exasperated. The yaks were yelling. And the zebras, well, they were just zoned out. And they all blamed Noah. Noah took a deep breath and hollered, "We are all in the same boat." For the first time, there was silence. And then a funny thing began to happen. What do you think was about to happen? Let's see. Oh, ants apologized and the bees behaved. The camels were cooperative and the dogs were diligent. The elephants were enthusiastic. The foxes told fables and the giraffes made gifts. The hyenas were still hysterical. The iguanas invited the jaguars to jam. The kangaroos played kickball while the llamas laughed. The moose were merry and the nightingales were neighborly. The orangutans organized their toys. The penguins held a party where the quails quoted rhymes with the rabbits. The snakes stretched. The umbrella birds uprighted themselves. The voles volunteered to keep watch with the worms. Oh, and here's our toads. They were tuckered out. The oxen were exhausted. And then the yaks began to yawn. The zebras crawled into bed to catch their Z's. And as Noah tucked his animals in for the night, the ark sailed on with a promise of peace. And there's the rainbow. And the rainbow was a special sign that God sent. And that was a sign of hope, right? So remember, we're all in the same boat. Just like Noah helped all the animals feel better about being stuck on the ark for so long, right? God is helping as our days are different and hard. It may take a little while, but you will go back to school and you will see your friends. God is making sure of that.